And we're back. Part 2. Who knew, right? I'm not going to, we've already rang the bell. We've already cleared the energy. We're just jumping in. So if you haven't seen part 1, go watch part 1 and then come watch part 2. I do apologize. There's nothing I can do about it. It's the internet. Hey, K Hyphy. Glad that you're back with us. It is definitely the internet. It is definitely not me. It's the area that I live in. Maricopa. Can't do nothing about it. Yeah, they're realizing, this couple is realizing that theirs is coming in for them. Their karma, hasn't arrived yet, but it's coming. And they know this. They know this to be the truth. And you know what? They are really feeling it because somebody is speaking their truth. Somebody in this group, in this family, they've had enough. They're communicating. They're being very stoic, and they're communicating. They're speaking their truth, and they're letting everybody know what was going on ever since they was a child, ever since they was a kid. They're letting everybody know. They're telling everybody, you know what? It's like it's almost like these people had this plan. They didn't want you to, because you spoke the truth. They didn't want nothing to work out for you. They didn't want you to have your heart's desire because you spoke the truth. They wanted you to be stuck, sad, sick, busted, and disgusted. They wanted you to feel like nobody loved you, that you wasn't worth shit, you was never going to be shit because you didn't amount to shit. I mean, this is a group, this is a family that was abusive. And everybody can see who the abuser is. The one who is walking around all cocky. Like, yeah, I'm running this shit. I run this shit. Yeah. That's who the abuser is. And everyone sees that now. And so Karma's going to come in. And when she came in, she said she's going to do something that this person ain't never going to forget. Any type of finances, any type of financial blessing, any type of support, anything that this person needs, they ain't getting it. Karma said, you know what? It was good enough when you gave it to them. It's going to be perfect for you. Them shoes is going to fit. Trust me. Even if we got to cut off them toes, you about to put your feet in them damn shoes. Because you going to walk not a mile in somebody else's shoes. You going to walk the rest of your damn life in somebody else's shoes. I'm so glad that you're back, Marion and Miss Pretty Girl Swag. Thank you. K Hyphy, did you get your notification for the live yet? Let me know. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Yeah, somebody's thinking about everything that they did, and they thinking about who else they got involved. You know? This is like somebody thinking about all this bullshit that they did for whatever reason and who they got involved for whatever reason. And now the truth is coming out and you got proof. You got proof. This is why you're not stuck. This is why your heart ain't broke. It ain't happening to you. This is why God set you above everybody else. Mm-hmm. And there's something about this woman and this man and these kids. At least one of the kids. I feel like, well, I don't know why, but I'm feeling like, these kids don't belong to this man. that this woman got with this man just because of money. But these ain't his kids. I feel like that communication is coming back, and that's going to cause somebody to have to leave. This is like 8-8. This is karma coming in, cleaning up the flow. Cause see that same kid, the same one that they was lied to believe. That's the same one who's going ready to cause some hell. Just the same one who's getting ready to kick up so much dust. Y'all gonna be like, it's like, yeah, I just heard, don't lie to me. Don't you ever lie to me. That's what I just heard. Don't ever lie to me. Don't ever lie. Somebody said, don't you ever lie to me. And they pissed. They are very pissed about it. I see somebody in somebody's face. And this person, whoever's somebody's in somebody's face, and the person whose face is getting pointed at, they ain't saying nothing, because you know what? They know they deserve all of this and then some. Let me know, K-Hyphy, so I can support you. But yeah, somebody they now they want to be healed. They because they know they did too much. Way too much, and now they want to be healed. But it's like, this person is the same one that they was recruiting motherfuckers to work against you. Recruiting people to do the devil's work against you. And they thought that they had it all. They thought that they was good to go. They thought, I got this whole group of people right here. Ain't nobody ever gonna believe her, him, whatever. They ain't never gonna believe them. People was cutting you out. They was discounting you. They was disrespecting you. They was disgusting you as they were discussing you. But you didn't even have to worry about that, because you knew what time it was for you. The wheel of fortune was turning in your favor. You just was told to keep doing you. It's like spirit came, and what the angels was like, don't even worry about that. And now this person was all egotistical and thought they was the strongest thing in the world. This is the one who's looking the saddest, most pitiful, weakest piece of shit. Like I said, this is the same one who wants to be healed. They want some forgiveness, but they don't know exactly what to ask specifically for forgiveness for, because this person did so much shit against you. They can't, even if you was to sit there and say, I know what you did, they would be confused as to what thing that you're talking about. They did so damn much. But they know that you know. They know the spirit has talked to you, and you already are aware. You may not have been sitting there watching exactly what the crime was, but you know there was a crime that was committed against you. And you were alone. You were by yourself. Like I said, these people, they sat there and talked bad about you so that everybody else would leave you out in the cold. Now, come to find out, you're a whole empress. And somebody wants to, talk to you, but they know they don't measure up. They can't come up to you and say nothing. They don't measure up. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. K-Hype, I'll look for you. Yeah, something about some type of communication coming in, or they trying to get a message through, but you like, fuck all that. Somebody's not taking their calls, and this is what they get. This is this is that wheel of fortune coming back around for somebody. You had to heal yourself. You had to go by yourself and do your own thing, and somebody else now, like I said, somebody's trying to get in touch with someone, with you, and that cause is being blocked. They're even trying to get a little forceful because they don't even understand what the hell is going on. So they're going to try and force a situation. Jump if you buck, jump if you buck, jump if you buck. Yeah, I don't even know the words of that song, but that's what I think that they're saying. What's the message, Spirit? Somebody, they don't want to hear from nobody. They don't want to talk to this person, nobody. They ain't trying to listen to nothing that somebody got to say. They ain't doing nothing. Somebody's done. They're like, please. They said, I'm closing this cycle. I'm done. I'm done with this. They don't want to believe. They don't want to hear no more lies. They don't want to hear no more motherfucking lies from that liar. They done. They completely finished. And so was the person who was lying for somebody else to be lied to believe. What's the message? What is the message? It's King of Wands. This is what he brought on himself. All trying to be so cool and everything. That's what he brought on himself. But thinking that this was going to be the way. Somebody thought this was going to be the way to go. And then they thought nobody was going to be able to see what they was doing behind the curtain. Oh, wait, where it is at? Here it is. They thought they was being so sneaky. They was setting some shit up with this group of people behind the curtain. I'm telling you. And see, something about this mother and these kids, it's like this mother and these kids, something about them, like something like this person was trying to make it seem like they was, doing such a good thing by taking on this, some other kids, whereas they was like just leaving their own kids out. I'm telling you that and then on top of that, they was walking around looking all big and bad, only to find out this wasn't even their kids. Wasn't even their kids. Look. She got her legs so spread apart. Thank God she got on a long dress. That cat is sitting right there because it smelled all fish. These weren't even his kids. These were her kids and somebody else's kids. But they weren't his. Yeah. And quiet as this cat, she wasn't even into him like that. She was like, nah, I'm good. Yeah, no. She like, I ain't trying to be mean or nothing, but you ain't really doing shit. I'm like, oh, we started? Oh, hold on, let me, ooh, yeah. Do it, Daddy. Do it. Oh, yeah, get it, yeah. Oh, we finished already? Oh, baby, you were so good. What's the message, Spirit? The truth. The truth is here. About this mother. And who's really the daddy. And somebody's finding out it ain't him. There was too many others. Everybody else was up in that honey pot. So by the time he made his deposit, his shit didn't even matter. He thought he was doing something. He thought he was doing something. Taking on burdens. That's all he was doing, was taking on burdens. But she got what she wanted. She got exactly what she wanted. She wanted a house to raise somebody else's kids. And then on top of that, she was still out in the street acting like she lived in the 304 area code. Damn. And she wanted you to be stuck because she knew you spoke about this a long ass time ago. And she told you, don't you ever say that. Don't you ever bring that up. Don't you ever say that again. Because she knew you knew. It ain't your fault. Maybe somebody should have checked out where they should have realized that, yes, they was living close to the ocean, but that was not the ocean smell. Ocean don't smell like that. Ocean don't smell like that. Now somebody acting like they so brokenhearted. Now that they done got some test results, they like, wait a minute. I don't want anybody to look at me. Don't look at me. See, somebody, so now that they understand that, you know what, Karma came back and slapped them upside the head and said, oh, you thought that you was telling the secret? No, boo, let me tell you this secret that you act like you don't know, but you about to find out today, Fido. Them ain't your damn kids. And she knew it. And she blamed it on you, and you still paid and did all that shit. Them ain't your kids. Then somebody want to act like they all upset. Now they need to protect themselves. Now that they so overburdened. Oh, well, you should have thought about that shit before. I'm telling you, but somebody, they don't care. They got what they wanted. So like, well, fuck it. I got what I wanted. She didn't love him. She sure the fuck didn't, and wasn't even nice to him. And then was trying to steal his money. Pension, retirement, everything. Somebody, they fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker, because all they saw was there was a big old hole up in there. And she was there. And they was like, oh, I'm getting that. Oh, they sure did. They sure got it. Only to find out that whatever they got was not theirs. That ain't your gift. Kindly return that. But somebody spoke about it. Somebody was like, I know this secret. Damn. Telling you. Yeah. Somebody found out that somebody else was a little bit stronger when it came down to the love department. They may have been raising somebody else's kids, but she sure the hell loved this one. Okay. That was the one with all the strength. That was the one that was like, she was like, listen, they've been cheating for years, honey. They've been doing it for years. Now, and she would be with Roger, because Roger is who she really liked. Roger was the one she really, really liked. And after her and Roger was finished with their little secret lover thing, then she go over there to Rofelio. And she be like, oh, hey, baby, how you doing? Yeah, you want some dinner? Okay. No, Rofelio, I don't really want to do that tonight because I'm so tired. I was with those kids all day. And I came home and cooked you an 8-course meal. Let's do it. Let's plan it. Your birthday and Christmas. Every other Christmas. We'll plan it like that. Your birthday, every third birthday, and every other Christmas. And we'll be together then. Because she knew She was like, yeah, I don't want all that. I'm not trying to get with him. I'm trying to get with him. Ain't this something? You know, they were sitting here dogging you. Roger should have been dogging her. Roger should have been dogging Helen because Helen was fucking Refugio the entire time and loved Refugio, but Refugio don't love her. Refugio was like, you can give me the love, but I'm going to give you the D. That's it. That's it. I'm telling you. And there was a secret lover thing. It was a secret lover thing. I'm telling you, she couldn't wait to plan to meet up with him. I'm like, damn, girl. She should have kept them legs closed. But see, she was calling you the liar because you told the truth. So she had to start with you calling you a liar so that her lies didn't catch up with her, but her lies is catching up. Oh, you cannot make this up. Them lies is catching up. Now she's sad. Now somebody is sad. Because their life is not going to be as balanced anymore. You know, now somebody thinking that they may have to be single and they may have to fight their own battles and defend themselves whenever Roger was doing it willingly, thinking that little Tink Tink was his. Only to find out that Tink Tink wasn't. Tink Tink came from Big Tank Tank. Yeah, I'm telling you, somebody, they want to be healed. They want to go away from this. They can't believe they was played like this. They can't. They're so embarrassed. They can't believe they was played like this. And they worked hard to raise these two little badass motherfuckers. They worked hard to raise these two little badass kids. But they say what comes around goes around. And see, it started coming right back around, especially after you left. After you left, that's when somebody found out. Happy family? What happy family? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? What happy family? They thought that they was getting ready to get something. They did. They got the stop sign. They got the death card. They got played. They got bamboozled. That's what they got. High lies never stuck. I know that you're enjoying this one because they was lying on you. And that shit didn't work. I know that's right. Right. What you say, K-Hyphy? Oh my God. A one pump chump. That's right. That's right. Wasn't even this fish. Sure wasn't. I'm telling you, everybody's talking about how somebody was a fool. Everybody talking about how this person was a fool. Jumped in, both feet, thinking I got me one. I got one. Only to find out that somebody did. All they did was have their little stick in their hand. They wand in their hand, and they got played. They got played. They got tricked, and now they waking the fuck up. And somebody was like, "But wait a minute! But I thought that you." It was like, "What? No, what the fuck?" I'm telling you, somebody feeling stupid. They're feeling really stupid. Now they want to protect themselves, especially all this money that they didn't give out. They didn't give out all. You know how much money this motherfucker spent on these damn kids that wasn't even theirs? They didn't put both of them through. They both got their damn PhDs. And that's their third degree. First, they went through something stupid like they wanted to get a master's in history. Then they wanted to go for forensic accounting. Now they got that PhD in some art history or some bullshit that nobody ever used. except if you live in France or Italy. That's it. That's it. All because they didn't want. All because this Queen of Swords spoke the truth, and somebody wanted to make it. They was like, "Oh no, we can't do this because she see too much. No, she gonna sell everything. She gonna mess my shit up." Mm-hmm. Somebody, I'm telling you, all them lies was exposed. Somebody was like, he was like, "You've been lying to me for the last 20 something years." She was like, actually 32. But who's counting? What's the message? What is the message? Oh, well, is the baby daddy gonna do that? Yeah, cause see, somebody. I'm telling you, somebody they thought somebody was so young. This is like when somebody got with somebody when they was young, and they misguided, or this person is trying to guide someone that's young the wrong way to go. Trying to fill their head with all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Only to find out that Uncle Juju ain't even your uncle. Aunt Mary ain't even your aunt. You know what I'm saying? Somebody finding this shit out about their family. They're like, wait, what? Only thing that they said about you that was the truth was your first and last name. That was it. That was it. The rest of that shit was lies. All of it. What's the message, Spirit? What is the message? Poor Rofelio. I know his feelings got to be hurt, crushed. He was the only one that was bragging about him. They wasn't bragging about him. They was like, we don't look nothing like Rofelio. Okay? We don't have 4C hair. We have 4G hair. That shit is just like that. And Rofelio got that straight shit. We know that he ain't our daddy. That's why we get smart with him. She's like, shh. Children, be nice to your father. We would if we knew who he was. What's the message, Spirit? What is the message? What you say? Right, Nurse Oasis, they ain't ready. They ain't ready. What else, Spirit? What else? They said they would be nice whenever they find out who that motherfucker is. That's when they're going to be nice to him. What's the message? Yeah, I'm telling you. They was spreading these lies out with their whole full entire chest, baby. I'm telling you. They was doing this with their chest. They was just causing all kinds of conflict with you. They didn't give a shit. But they didn't know that Archangel Michael and your ancestors and angels here to protect you. They didn't know that shit either. They didn't know that they was going to be sitting there with their head in their hands because all that shit was coming right back. All them lies, all them hidden alibis that they was talking about. Yeah, somebody was trying to do some underhanded sneaky shit, and they, all that is coming out. They did an investigation, and somebody is feeling all upset because their lies is being seen now. Okay, and they seeing that you was the only one that was being honest about a situation. You are that rightful heir. You are the rightful heir, whatever that is. That's why you was able to go through this cycle and chalk it off like whatever. They'll be fighting over some money that ain't even theirs and then ain't even there. My little guy, Ting son. Right, exactly. Oh my goodness. Yeah, somebody did some research, they did some investigation, some results came back, and now they all upset. Ruggiero all upset, knowing that he should have just took his money and stayed by himself and did his own thing. Because he's like, there was somebody else that was on their way to being an empress, but he said, no, let me do the right thing, because somebody done told me that I'm in the father way, so let me. And there was somebody who was working to make him pay for something that wasn't his. Two of them, both of them, neither one of them was his, but he sure did put in that work. He put in that work, baby, because he thought he was doing the right thing by her. And she said, you sure did do me right. Even though I lied to you, you did me right. KIP. What's the message? What is the message? Y'all are killing me this morning. What is the message? Anything else on this deck? Damn. Yes, honey. Now somebody see that whatever they was working on, it wasn't right. I'm telling you, somebody now they wanna hold back. They feel like they squandered all their money. They feel like they squandered all their money. All their money. Now somebody want to come to you. They want to come to you and see if y'all can get along. You like, no. But wasn't you with, what happened to Karen? She lied. Oh, you just now figuring that out? But see, they want to get with you because you single, independent, self-sufficient, and you look good for your age. What's the message, Spirit? Okay. Hey, Beatrice, how are you? What's the message? What's the temperature in Philly like? Yeah, and you're not even worried about this. You wasn't worrying about this because you knew who you were. You knew you was always destined to sit on your throne, baby. And then on top of that, it's like you stopped some generational curse. You was the one. You were the matriarch to stop some generational curse. You can't make this up. Whatever generational curse was there is gone now. You completed that cycle for your family. You were very truthful. And now this King of Cups, now they have to contend with what the fuck they was trying to do. And why they was trying to do that shit. See? And now somebody want to take a leap of faith and they want to have a happy family now. Because they want to come to you because they know you the real deal, Holyfield. The real deal, Holyfield. What else, Spirit? We're going to get some more. We talking about all area codes, 304 and hoes today. I wonder if 304 is a real area code. I'll just play around with it. Let me see. 304 area code. Oh, it is a real area code. In West Virginia. Covers the entire state of West Virginia. Damn. West Virginia ain't nothing but hoes out there. Just kidding. If anybody's from West Virginia watching, you're the exception to the rule, baby. But the mothers, 304s, bottom of the deck, temperance. Somebody wants some angelic healing. They want some balance in their life. They know that you're an earth angel and they know they can't come towards you. They know that they got to, yeah, because this person, they it's like they did too much. This is some type of generational curse that you broke that somebody else was trying to, like they was just on the bullshit. Now they are overburdened and they're watching you. They're watching you because they know that you know the truth about the past. They know you know the truth about the past. You know the truth about everything. Hello, everything. Yes, and about this mama and Virgilio. Yep. And how the mama was like, this is yours. We can be a family. Don't these kids look like you though? Now somebody finding out after a long ass time, after they done spent, I don't know how much money, but them ain't even theirs. In fact, somebody been fooling around with somebody else. Roger bringing roses and shit. I'm telling you, somebody is upset. They're looking at something totally different. They finding that they was stuck. They put themselves in a position where they was stuck. And then they was sitting there thinking, all this time, somebody had told them about these lies, but they was like, no, 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 that can't be true. That can't be true because Helen swore up and down that them blonde hair, blue eyed babies was mine. And I kind of believe her because if you flip up an eyelid and you look on the inside of the eyelid, that's what they get mine. That's me. That's me, all me. The rest of that I guess that's Helen and her family. I don't know. Even though I don't know. But now they're saying that you was telling the truth. You knew what you was talking about. And you wasn't going to back down. That's why when somebody was trying to throw these tricks at you, these spells at you, cast these spells, you was defending yourself. You was not ashamed to defend yourself. And none of that shit was hitting you. Hey, AJ Craft. 61 degrees. Oh, yes. Well, it's going to be like 85 or something like here. Yeah, I'm telling you, somebody, they want to plan. They're trying to plan, map out how they can come see you, what they can do. Do I create something or do I just say, hey, I'm in the neighborhood? What do I do? But they feel trapped, and they know that you ain't ever coming to see them. They know that's a wrap. Especially who they was working with whenever you was like, oh, you gonna work with them motherfucker? Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna walk away, and I'm gonna let you kiss the crack of my ass. Go ahead, kick it, kiss it. And especially since this person they were so adamant. They was like, I know that was mine. I know that's mine. I know that's mine. Until they got this information. Well, these little gifts, they're not yours. And somebody had no choice but to accept the truth of the situation. Because no matter what they did, them was never going to be theirs. It was never going to measure up. Never going to measure up. Somebody's thinking about how they put into this relationship, how they created this, they bought a house, they was given to everybody. They was giving to everybody, and did nobody give back to them. This person knew about this, but yet they chose to want to believe the lie and the hidden alibis. Now somebody, they want to, like I said, they want to be healed. They want to, they need to take care of their heart. They want to hide out, because everybody was like, we know those wasn't yours. We was wondering why you thought those was yours, because they don't look nothing like you. Absolutely nothing. But I'm going to tell you something. Somebody is so happy that they got this information, that they finally have the answer. Somebody is so happy that they finally got the answer, as opposed to walking around wondering. Mm-hmm. Damn, Rogelio. I kind of feel bad for his ass. Damn. Sorry, Rogelio. We knew that you didn't know. Well, you should have known, but luckily you got that communication, that confirmation. And yes, it was a bit of a shock. I can imagine that. Especially whenever you found out, wait, what? Mm-hmm. Especially whenever you found out that you had to wait in line just to make your deposit. Then that's when somebody talking about some, guess what? I'm having a baby. It might or it may not be yours, but let's celebrate anyway. What's the message? They even asked, they was like, are you sure? Because we really didn't, I was like, it was like that one pump, that was dump, that was it. She was like, trust me, that was yours. That's yours. Probably turned a big stink about it so that somebody didn't even want to ask no questions about it. They was just like, okay, well, let me shut up because I don't want to hear Karen doing this again, so, and I don't want somebody to take me to court, put me on child support. That's probably what that person should have done. Go to court so that they could be like, oh, we're going to do this test. That way that person would have saved all that money. And they would have been like, whoa, I'm so glad that this didn't happen. Mm-hmm. That's what that person should have done. What's the message, Spirit? This West Virginia dweller. She don't give a shit. She don't give a shit. She know that wasn't yours. She's like, fuck it, I don't give a shit. Fuck it, I don't care. 304. Don't give a shit. No offense to anybody living in West Virginia watching this Sweet Spot e-magazine. Like I said, it's not you, it's just everybody else in that state. But it's not you, though. We recognize you're different. But your mama and your grandmama, I don't know. Is that 3 of them or is that 4 of them? Is that 3 of them with 4 stars? It's the message, Spirit. Anything else from this deck? Yes, honey. Somebody knew they was too strong. They thought that they could do it. They thought they can get away with this. They thought that they could overpower somebody. They was like, they won't know. They won't be able to tell the difference between their child and the other children that I've had. They won't be able to see. They all kids look alike. All of them look alike. At least this is what somebody was hoping, wishing that somebody would be like, they all look alike, don't they? They all do. Flip the eyelids up, Yeah, I'm telling you, somebody realized now that they was played big time, like bigly big time. They should have thought about that shit. They should have thought about it. Well, I'm telling you, this felt like it was 3 different stories. Somebody who realized their family was lying to them. Somebody who realized these was not their kids. And then the other one was where somebody realized that maybe it was just 2 stories. What else? Yeah, somebody They realize that, they acted, and it's like they have to accept this shit. They just have to accept it. They know what they did was not right, in the past or whatever. They have to accept it. That's why they're not getting what they wanted. Is because it wasn't a true love affair. It's like this person never loved them. They just got together for this. One had the rod, the other one had the cookie. That's all they got together for. That was it. And after that, they both was good on just like, okay, well, see ya, like, bye, like, bye. Until somebody got the results and was like, oh, hold up. What am I gonna do? Because my life has to move forward now. I'm trapped. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do, but I know this baby is coming and I'm going to have somebody's help. So that's when they was like, good news. We expecting. Somebody like, expecting what? What's the message, Spirit? Damn. Anything else? Anything else? Yep. Somebody decided it was time for them to close this cycle, and so that this wheel, because they said it was time for this close this cycle. I feel like this wheel is turning away from them, because it's like somebody caused so many problems in their family. That's why the wheel is turning out of their favor, because they caused so many problems in this family when there didn't even need to be any. And then on top of that, there was like an earth angel who there was somebody sent to them to be all that they wanted to be. But instead of that person respecting them, they tried to get people to work against them. What you say, AJ? Now they see it. Yep. I mean, them kids is probably grandparents. So this couple may be great grandparents, but every dog has his day. However long it took for that information to come out, that shit was coming out. Bottom of the deck. Mixed signals. I'm telling you, Karen was like, listen, I already sat there and told you we gonna get together every third birthday and every other Christmas. Stop trying to pressure me about some New Year's and Halloween and Thanksgiving and all them other holidays that don't fucking matter. And I don't want none of my birthday. Trust me, I'm cool. I got me. You just need to worry about you. Oops. Somebody may have been giving mixed signals because they could have been not really sure what they wanted. But I'm gonna tell you something. They knew, because they felt like, the perfect person for them, Rogelio. Oh, that was the perfect match. There was passion there, baby. They was like, oh yeah. Somebody doesn't like your spiritual side either. That's what they feel causes arguments. Your spiritual side, they feel like they can't get with you because you too spiritual. And this person, they trying to have some like secret love connection. But the person who they trying to have a secret love connection with, they're like, no, we just fucking. We ain't got no love. We just fucking. That's it. Okay. I mean, I'm looking for somebody who respects themselves. Sorry. Somebody want to reach out to you. They want to message you. Maybe both of you. Ooh. Somebody wants to reach out. They want to message you. Because you both feel like this person is a loser. Damn. Their crush friend zoned them. And it was just a dream. It was just a dream for them to have been in some love-struck relationship. Yep. Damn. What's the message? Anything else? Ooh, somebody thinks you're hot. And they don't mind cheating. That's that Helen's ass. That 304. She'll cheat with you even if she just like you a lot. She wanted to get with her best friend, but her best friend was not available. Damn. Somebody lives in West Virginia. Yes. And then somebody, I'm telling you, these people is crazy. Somebody ready for a toxic situationship. Yeah, that's crazy. Who does that shit? That's why somebody got benched. They was like, sit your little crazy ass down, and then laughed at. They benched him and then laughed in their face. Because they said, you know what? This ain't nothing but your abusive ass family got you talking like this. You know? Ain't nothing but your abusive ass family. Talk about some you want to be in a toxic situation. Shit. Sit your ass down. Sit down somewhere. Yep. Something is mutual. Something is mutual. And maybe it's these boundaries. And maybe that's why you are obsessed with establishing boundaries, because you have dealt with too many fucking losers in the past. You know? And now this person that they want to leave and come over to you, they want y'all to be a family. Now they want y'all to be a family. They're going to send you a message or something, maybe on a dating site, and they want you to swipe right. You know, they don't, and this other person, they used to be, you know, something about some jealousy. They was jealous. This other person that was jealous of you, oh, they was ghosted. They got ghosted. Yes, honey. And something about these kids. Somebody was responsible with these children, because they were like they were open. They were trying to be vulnerable. They didn't mind showing, you know, how responsible they could be with raising somebody's kids. But you know what? They surely was. But they didn't think about these red flags, because they got catfished. They got catfished. And they thought that that both of them was in balance, only to find out, no, somebody got benched. Somebody was cheating the whole time. Damn. Tell you something about this. Because they see that, you know what, you were passionate about your spiritual walk, and they was trying to blame that on saying that's what was causing the arguments, that you passionate about your spiritual walk. Somebody wanted you to swipe right, but you didn't, because you could see this person was really jealous. That's why you ghosted this person. What else, Spirit? They want you to message them. They're like, call me. But you like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm telling you, they think that somebody knows now that you were the perfect match. This is the connection that they should have been going for, because they know that this would have been love, as opposed to getting benched by Karen, laughed at and abused, and coming to find out that she got some secrets. And the secrets is that they incompatible. That was no secret. Not just that, but Karen just really wanted to be friends with benefits. She just wanted to move in, be committed to you, and still be able to cheat. She didn't feel like that was asking too much. She was like, "You like me, don't you? You really like me, don't you?" But yeah, somebody didn't really see that those were mixed flags. Red flags. Those mixed signals. They thought that she was a keeper. They were like, "I'm swiping right. That's a catch right there." Mm-hmm. There sure was a catch. So was VD. So was herpes. So was syphilis. So was leishmaniasis, whatever that shit is. Yes. Leishmaniasis is actually a skin disease. Yes, somebody is using you. They just wanted to hook up. They just wanted to hook up. It was an experiment. They was like, I wonder if I can get Roger to believe that these is his kids. That's it. You know. They just wanted to see if they could get it. They just wanted to live rent free. They just didn't want to work. They just wanted you to do all the work, and then they can drive around in a nice car and live in a nice home. And the kids was in private school, they insisted on that private school, $1,500 a month for each child. Okay, so Roger was making some money. Okay. He was making some money. He was responsible throughout this shit. That's why he is so upset, because he didn't see the signal that somebody just wanted to be friends. He should have slowed his ass down. Damn. I feel bad for Roger. Damn, Raj. All because somebody was trying to do an experiment. And he should have recognized that somebody was not really available, especially when she kept calling him all them different damn names. Then she trying to laugh it off like, "I'm just kidding. I know your name is not Henry or Hank or Tank Tank or Roy, or I know what your name is, Roger." See, she was very abusive. Very abusive. I don't know why. And your friends is like, somebody's friends like, I don't know why they swiped right, because this person was very jealous too. They said they had a crush on you. You coming out talking about somebody. I think I love them. I think I'm gonna give them I'm a ring. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, but something about of them, their soulmate was not, it was like it was same sex, LGBTQ or whatever, LGBTQ plus. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it. If that's what you're into, sexuality is nothing wrong with it. I want people to know that. I wish I was having some. I want people to know that too. But I'm not. So, but I'm just saying, as far as like people tripping off of that, I don't give a shit. Somebody was immature. That's why somebody else lost interest. Because they lost, and now they just pretending. They just pretending. What's the message? And I say that because I've been watching some other readers. I don't want to call them out. But what they say is like, I don't know, and it's like, okay, well, you don't have to know about that life, to say anything positive. You could just like not speak about it. I don't know. It doesn't bother me. It don't bother me. I can be with a man all day long, and I can see a gay couple. It don't bother me at all. I got what I want. Let them have what they want. What's the message, Spirit? Yes. Somebody may find out that they actually match better with their best friend. In fact, that would actually be the perfect match for them. Mm-hmm. Yep. They have that perfect synergy with their best friend. And that would be the perfect match. Ooh, I'm not taking all these. Anything else, Spirit? Yep. I'm telling you, somebody laughed at somebody when they put them in the friend zone, and somebody's heart was broke. All because they had this crush. Mm-mm-mm. I hear Sasha at that back door. She's about to freak out a little bit. Oh, because she want to go outside for a walk. God, oh, I should have just adopted a set of triplets. It would have been easier. Newborn triplets. Yeah, it would have been easier. Let's see. We'll get a couple of the big set. Something about some healthy boundaries. And somebody was touched by cray cray. I'm telling you, somebody who lied. Yes. Talking about these days kids. And then they don't want to work. They don't want to work. Somebody had to think, what was their life purpose? I mean, like, what are you here for? And it's not so much to now. I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with raising somebody else's kids, but as long as you know those are not your children, and you ain't trying to abuse nobody, and ain't nobody trying to abuse you. Hey, Tia, how are you? What's the message? Yeah. Somebody's still trying to figure out what just happened. They got their mouth wide open and they are so confused. They confused. That's confused times 10. Okay? Because this person, they should have listened. They should have really heard what somebody was trying to tell them. It was, and it's like that person, they left just the smallest little clue, smaller than a mustard seed. But a clue is still a clue. A clue is still a clue. But they didn't want to look. They didn't want to listen. What else, Spirit? If you're comparing yourself to me, you already don't measure up. Somebody's a little slow. They having a deficit in their mind. They are a little slow. I think it was this person who was trying to get somebody to believe that, they could act all crazy, wild out and everything. Be married and still cheat. Like, who the fuck does that shit? Well, I do know some people personally, but for the sake of this reading today, we're not going to get into that. Somebody should have just left. But now somebody's getting this karma. Yep. Somebody's realizing that a fool's going to keep what they should lose and then lose what they should keep. And they should have been selective with their energy. Especially with a sperm. If that's how it was coming out. If that's their story. All right, y'all. I need to take my dog out for a walk. If not, she will go ham hog crazy. Okay? I don't know why she does this. I will be back in a little bit. I love y'all. Thanks for joining me on the live. Today, if y'all have questions, let's go ahead and okay, Sasha, let's go ahead and put them out there. Okay. Thank you so very much. And we'll do free questions on the next live, probably in about an hour or something. Give me long enough to go walk her and eat. I love y'all. See you in a little bit. Bye.